graffiti. They want to move these two switches over here so that people don't see them when they come into the cellar and snoop around. So we're going to take them off here. Thank you, precious Lord and Savior, for screwdrivers that don't fit. Hey, look, the ground wire came off that switch. So whoever put that in didn't have it connected properly. And let's see how they hook the wires up. Very sloppily. The insulation's caught under the screw head and it's not a very good job. I'll cut the wires off and bring it up close so you can see it. You can see the very sloppy job he did hooking the wires up on the side of that switch. And make sure power is still off. If you can't get it out, the pliers you can't. But fortunately it's not too tight so I can pull it out. The wire's not quite under the screw head all the way. Let's make sure this one is off too. And that screw wasn't very tight. Go. Take the switch off this bracket here. to straighten it out. Okay, now we're going to move over here to the other side. So we got to ground our box with the green screw, so we'll put it in here. And we'll put our other one Okay, so we'll put our box about right here. and neat. Use a screw to drill our hole for the green screw. Our other screw here, or down here. Bring in our jacket about a 1/2 of an inch. Yeah, I'm going to strip this one, make this one longer so we have our ground tail to go to our box and to the switch. Make sure you get your wire going into the middle of the connector so it's not pinched. So we'll get our wire stapled up here so it's neat. Okay, we'll get that bent back so it's out of our way there. Get a couple staples in here. Okay, we'll put our green screw in to bond our ground wire to the box. Right there. Hook up our first switch. Get our wire around that green screw. Close the loop the direction our screw turns. Screw with our number 12 hole. Make our loops the direction our screws turn. So when you tighten the screw, it closes the loop rather than opens it. I'll leave our ground wire longer so that, there it is, that's what we want. Okay, there we go, that's what we want. So here in the country I was born in, up is on, down is off for your single pole switches. Make sure it's nice and tight. We get a nice connection like that there. Put our wire around the screw, the direction our screw turns. There we go, that's what we want. Okay, now we put these wires into our box. We're going to keep our ground wire down here. We're going to keep it down at the bottom so it stays away from our current carrying conductors. It's centered, so we put our cover on. The cover lines up nicely. Okay, now hook our second switch up here. So we'll unhook the wires that the other guy did sloppily. I'm not going to say who did it, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So we close our wire around the screw the direction our screw turns. So it looks like that. Make sure our copper is under the screw head all the way around. Let's make sure it's tight. Now we'll get our other wire around the other screw. Stripped a little bit long here, so I'll just take a little off of that. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. I want to make sure we don't get our insulation caught under the screw head here, so I'm going to open this up a little bit. I'm going to make our loop a little bit bigger, or down a little bit lower. Here we go. So there's what we want right there. I'm just going to try to make sure these are tight. Okay. Now we can just hook our ground wire up to our green screw here. There. Okay, our copper's under the screw head all the way around. I'm just going to tighten it with my flat head. Now we can just screw our device into the box. Make sure our screws aren't going to hit any wires. And I'll finish it by hand so I don't strip any holes out. So we are all set. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the berry, the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop like these two here, and also in a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. Peace. Thanks for watching.